Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. Hey, what's going on, family? What is going on? What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Marcus?
What's up? What's up? We here.
All right, y'all. Y'all bear with me for just 1 second while I go ahead and share this out. Let's see if I can add it there and there. Okay, let me see what that does. Give me 1 second because I cannot start sharing this until I'm actually live, or otherwise I would do it before I came here and I wouldn't have to hold you beautiful people up. But just bear with me a second. I know that it's late. I'm not going to be long whatsoever. We just want to come by here and share some good news, okay? With all the craziness going on in the world, there's some things happening, getting ready to happen, coming down the pipeline, and we just want to make sure our people is prepared, okay? And we got some opportunities available for those that would like to take us up on the opportunities. Our greatest mission, our sole purpose is to make sure that our people is not only educated, but that they are empowered, okay, with resources. That at the end of the day, they can make an informed decision. They can make, they have options. That this is not the end of the world. It's the end of the world as we know it. Things are happening that are affecting people. If it's been hard for you, put it in the comment section. If it's been hard for you financially, put it in the comment section. Yes, it has been hard for me. I'm barely making ends meet. Whatever it is, put it in the comment section. Give me 1 second. Almost done. Let me see if anybody else is feeling the brunt of what's going on. Inflation is through the roof. Stock market is crashing out, okay? You got them now don't want to release people money from these banking institutions. You got World War III right on the brink. You got fighter jets, all of this stuff happening. And right now, it has never been more important for you to do something for yourself, okay? Am I done? I think I'm done. All right, cool. So we want to come by here with some opportunities. We're never going to bring you anything that's going to make you use your time or make you use the majority of your muscle to get money. We're not doing that. That's called slave wages. Yes, 100% hard every day. I got you, sister. I understand. It's like that for a bunch of people. Barely making it in 2024. Barely making it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to come by here. Marcus don't want to come by here and present anything to anybody that's going to keep you in a state of not having enough. So anything that we present to you guys, it's always going to be something that you can take it and apply it to yourself, but you can also help others. And whenever you in the ministry of helps, okay, whenever your mission is to not only help myself but help others, then exactly what you need will be attracted to you, is what I'm trying to say. When you put other people, you put yourself first, of course, charity begins at home. But when you get into the business of like hospitality or the ministry of helps, and I'm going to tell y'all, it's going to make sense in a minute. When you get into the ministry of helps, where now you're not only helping yourself, but you're helping others, everything that you need will be attracted to you. You won't have to chase it, you won't have to work for it. Perfect example, okay? In the hospitality industry, such as the hotels, you never hear about the hotels having to shut down or having to go out of business. You didn't heard about real uh, what you call it, retail stores. You didn't heard about real estate, realtors. You didn't heard people going into foreclosure. You didn't heard about Walmart's, banks, all kind of stuff falling, closing, bankruptcy. But what you have not heard about going anywhere or anything happening to it is in the hospitality industry, nor in the transportation industry, nor in the customer relation industry, nor in the tech industry. You ain't hearing about none of these issues where people having to shut down businesses and all of that stuff. You ain't heard one tech company had to shut itself down. Layoffs, so that they can go ahead and implement AI? Yes. Transportation? No. The world lives and thrives off of transportation. So whatever we're going to present to you is going to be something that will be not only beneficial to you now, but will be beneficial to you later. And that's what I mean when I say we don't come by here and we don't share things that you got to use your muscle or most of your time to accomplish what it is that you're trying to do. So with that being said, I just wanted to open up with that, let you guys know why it's important, why we bring by here what we bring by here to you guys, why we offer to you guys what we offer to you guys, why we teach what we teach you guys is very important. And it's very beneficial that you apply the information so that you and your family can be okay. With that being said, we want to talk about one of the ways. I'm going to be talking about three of the ways, but my husband, Coach Marcus, is here just wrapping up, getting some of his other clients that, since the last time that he came by here, they signed up. He's wrapping up, getting them taken care of, going to have them out of the way. And he's going to be opening up a couple of spots for you guys to go ahead and get started if that's something that you feel like you need to do, whether you're here on the live or you're going to be catching a replay. Okay. So we're going to talk about some different opportunities that he have, why it's so important. And we're not going to be here long. We're not going to hold y'all. We know it's late, but why it's so important to get into transportation and why it's so important to get into a path of transportation where you ain't got to go the hard route. The hard route meaning you got to go to a school, you got to go get you a CDL, you got to go find you a truck or lease on with a company so you can make 32 cents, 68 cents per mile. You still working on the plantation. When you can do this, start you a transportation company and never ever have to leave your home. Never ever have to leave your home. And that's what most of my people don't know. And I see what's going on right now. There is a lot of my people, our people, especially melanated people that they poor. And honestly, they poor on purpose. They have to pass over opportunities repeatedly because their paychecks does not allow them to do anything but live paycheck to paycheck. That's the acronym of poor. And a lot of my people is paralyzed with fear. They're like, what about Project 2025 and all of this stuff that's going to happen? I'm going to tell you right now, Project 2025 will only affect those that are poor. And that's why we're here tonight. You don't have to be poor. We be poor on purpose because we won't learn, we won't read, we won't invest, we won't implement. And transportation is an avenue where you can get started today, and by next week you up $2,000 to $5,000 every week. That will really help your family. You want to speak on that a little bit, Marcus? How simplistic it is to get started in this industry, and they never even have to leave their home. Like they can start and have somebody driving, lease things. You don't even got to go buy fleet and all of that stuff. You want to talk about it a little bit, and then we'll offer them some opportunities, and then we'll let you go ahead and lay down and and then I'll finish up whatever it is that I need to finish up here.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't understand that you don't even have to drive your own truck. I know I probably said on all the videos, but I mean, you got a lot of people that's like, well, I don't want to drive no trucks. You don't have to drive. It's to the point to where they making it so simple now to that it just depends on which niche you want to go, whether you want to go non-CDL, hot shot, box truck, or sprinter van. Even with the box truck, you can go, there's several different companies you can go out there and rent from. And all they're going to do is just require your 1 week payment. They going to let you rent their trucks. I mean, it's kind of a good thing for if you just getting started. That way you ain't got to worry about no maintenance. You don't got to worry about, okay, I don't want to go out here and purchase no truck and this not for me. So the rental thing is really good if it's something new you getting involved with. So you're not stuck with no big truck payment. You're not stuck going out buying a truck. You can just go the rental way and see if it's something that you really want to do. But what people need to understand is that when you running your own business, it's not always meant to be easy because it's something new that you're getting into, but it's an investment that you're doing for yourself. It's not like you going to go work and you getting your paycheck and it's all gone once you get it. This transportation is on a different type of pay scale. A lot of people don't understand that with transportation, you can get paid every day, depending on when you drop off your load. If you get the load in by a certain time, you can get paid the same day. If you don't get it in after a certain time, then you can get paid the next day. How many people are used to getting paid that every day of weeks waiting on a 2 week check or every week check? This here is some, I'm not talking about when you getting paid $200, $300. You can go from having $0 in your account to dropping off a load and you got $3,000 in your account. This not just no little base stuff. I keep trying to say because they making it so easy to where you can get into the transportation. There's so many, even with sprinter van, you can do sprinter van. That's another good little niche. That's a easier aspect to get in other than getting into non-CDL hot shot with F-250. Them are more requirements that you have to go through. But you get a sprinter van, you can go rent your van, lease your van, however you want to do it. And all you got to do is a couple of steps and you up on the road rolling with different companies. You can get local contracts. You can do medical carrier in the sprinter van. You can do over the road if you want to, from state to state, however you want to do it. There's so many different ways. Not only with that, you can go into transporting passengers, sightseeing. You can do non-emergency trips, taking disabled veterans to their doctor's appointment with a 12-passenger van or something. Or it's all kind of ways. You got. Don't just think, oh well, I don't want to drive. You don't even have to drive. You can run your own business from the comfort of your home, from your phone. You can still travel. It'll open up more freedom to you to do what you want to do, to be a part of your family life, your kids' life. All right. My main thing is that a lot of people be like, I want to get started, but I don't know how to do it. But think about this: when you was in the world and you wanted to get something accomplished, and it took multiple people to do it, and we came together to do evil. So why you can't come together as a unit or a team, or where's your homeboy, your homegirl? Look, man, let's start this business together. Let's come up on an agreement. I'm gonna do half, you do half. It's that easy that we can. It's sad that we can unite to do bad things, but we can't hardly unite to do good things together and better ourselves, to better our family. Because if you don't, and it coming to the world right now today, we're gonna have to come together as a unit in order to make it. As you can see, like my wife said earlier in the video, this inflation is real. It's real. But one thing about it is you want to invest in something that's gonna always be moved. Transportation gonna always be rolling. We're gonna need food. People gonna need houses built. You're gonna need generators. You're gonna need wood. You're gonna need lumber. You're gonna need computers. You're gonna need all of this stuff to get. How does it got to get around? Transportation. During COVID, what was still rolling? Transportation. Transportation was still rolling with COVID. If you didn't want to get no COVID shot, transportation wasn't required to get no COVID shot if you didn't want the shot. And you were still rolling, still able to go places. But so many other places you can do. Amazon Relay.
That's 100% real. Like that industry was, they said only essential workers in transportation qualified. And them people didn't have to have nothing. They didn't have to say, well, look, I got to get off the truck because, no, because they wasn't around nobody like that. They pull up, drop it off. They people get it. Look, I ain't got no contact with you here. Get this paper out the window. Matter of fact, everything is electronic. And that actually does not go for you if you don't want to drive. But if you did want to drive, you don't have to drive. And what my husband said, you can start passenger transport. I have a cousin who works for the VA, and she is over the part that gives out the monies for people to come and transport these people when they need to move from a facility or from their home. They have benefits, they have contracts, government contracts that take care of their own. If they need to be picked up, taken to the doctor, taken to the psychiatrist, whatever, you can get a contract faithfully that pays very lucratively. Turn around, go to Enterprise, turn around, go to one of these rental car companies, rent a 12-passenger van. Baby, you in the game. All you need is that structure, the paperwork. You in the game. You don't even got to drive. Now you able to employ other people, right? You drive it. I'm going to go ahead and run it. I'll do the dispatching. I'll do the communications at the house. I'll make sure that, I'm communicating with the driver. This is where you picking them up. I'm communicating with the client. Also, they need stuff moved. They move from spot to spot. I'm talking about somebody got paid $3,000 to go move a veteran from one apartment to the next. He left some stuff behind, so the next day had to go back and get that little stuff. That was $1,500. That's $4,500 for a little bit of nothing, and you ain't got to lift nothing. You just have the business, the transportation business. Also, people like to go sightseeing. People like for you to pick them up, take them from one location to the casino, take them from one location to the baseball game, take them from one location to a attraction spot, a tourism spot, Las Vegas, New York. You can start a whole entire charter transportation that you never have to drive. You want to chime in and say something, honey?
Yeah, what I wanted to share was too that people think that transportation, like they gotta drive. Like one person reached out, was like, I don't want to drive, and I had to tell them, like, you don't have to drive. You don't even have to be in the scene. You can get somebody that'll totally do everything for you, run your whole company from you, and make sure you get your money the right way. It's not people look at stuff and think it's afraid. It's if you get the right setup, the right coach, and the right person to teach you, you will have this stuff down pat to where you will be like, whoa, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was. It's not very long as you get the right structure, someone that's gonna teach you and show you the right way to do it and invest their time into you to make sure you do it the right way. I guarantee you'll be very successful in your first year. You'll make over $107,000 if you run it and structure the right way, just from off of one truck or one vehicle. If you get with the right people, the right company, and the right setup, you can do over 100,000 on one truck.
Period. That's facts. You can do half of that by the end of the year. This is fourth quarter. You know how much stuff is finna be transported, all them packages, people finna be shopping. You know what I'm saying? Like people, even though with people struggling in the pandemic, people were still shopping for Christmas and Thanksgiving and all of that stuff. And this finna be the busiest time for transportation this fourth quarter.
In them box trucks, on them box trucks.
Yes.
Take off. Amazon Relay, Amazon package, FedEx package, they gonna be looking for people to haul them packages for them. They be overwhelmed, trust me.
Yes. They be so overwhelmed that they will hire you to deliver packages in your own personal vehicle. Straight up. That's why you be seeing them running around in their own personal vehicle with an Amazon vest on, unloading packages. This is the perfect time to get involved. And if you have a CDL, this is what I like about the transportation game for real, because I come from the streets. I come from the hood. I know what it's like in the hood. I know a lot of my people in the hood got felonies, got crimes, got past. None of that applies to transportation. How many of you got young men, sons and husbands and uncles and different things of that sort that's struggling to find a job? You can start this for them and allow them, hey, look, you can't get no job. You can come work for auntie. You can come work for mama. You can come work for grandma. You can drive the vehicle. I'll run the operation. Get my daughter. If you got a daughter, we'll do the dispatching from the house. It's a family affair. That's building generational wealth. Got those that your boyfriends or whatever, coming home from prison. When you start a business, it's like a second opportunity at life, for real. If you've messed up in the past, if you're struggling on your job right now, if you can't find work, this puts you in a place and in a position, one, to be your own boss, two, to make how much you want to make, because there ain't no limit to it. You can make as much as you want to make. But I guarantee you, from going from making $1,200 every 2 weeks to making $5,000, now that's gross, right? That's gross. What you would gross 5,000, but after maintenance, your gas, making sure if whoever, like your driver, needed to be put up in a spot to rest or whatever, your profit off of that is still going to be anywhere between $2,500 to $3,000 after expenses, and that's every week. Now you didn't just add an additional $10,000, never ever having to leave the house. You want to say anything, honey?
Yeah, so what my thing is that you're not gonna find these opportunities nowhere else really. Like when I say you're really passionate about it and you want to see other people succeed, that's the purpose of it. Just seeing
Yeah.
that other people be able to come from out of the position that you was once in. It wasn't easy because your mindset be stuck. You have a slave mentality where you gotta go work for people. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with going to go working for people, but if you can't be able to take that money and invest it and start something better for yourself, then that's a problem to where you see an opportunity and you can't do it because you like, oh, I'm just barely making. No, you should be able to use. I heard this one man say that he used his job money as asset. That means investing in other stuff to get him more things because you don't want to just have one cup where all of your money is coming from because if that one cup get tripled or ran over, then you stuck. Me and my wife had this conversation earlier. You want to have as many cups as you got bills. Think about how many bills we have. You might have one bill that take away your whole check, and then what? I ain't got nothing else to go with it. So it's like you want to add more to the ingredient, and don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid to own stuff. It's just a challenge. Challenge yourself. Take yourself to the next level. I'm not just saying, oh, don't do this. No, it takes time, but also it don't take that long of a time when you've been through the struggle so hard and you get an opportunity like this. You don't want to miss it. I guarantee you won't find no other place that'll give you this opportunity that we're about to present to you guys because I mean financing available is here for you guys. We don't know when it'll be done again. So my thing is if you need help, call a friend or not with somebody like, man, look, I got this opportunity for us. I need some help. We can come into business. We can be business partner, and we can take off and go from here. I'm telling you, your life will change.
Absolutely, 100%. It's a different type of ball game to be your own boss. And I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. The ups and the downs, the good and the bads of being an employer and not an employee, I wouldn't change nothing about it because I get to live my life on my own terms. I do not have to ask anybody to do anything. It's really about the freedom. It's really about the freedom. When you financially free, you at peace. It's really about the freedom. The freedom to go and come when I want to, the freedom to make as much money as I want to, the freedom to spend time with my family, the freedom to learn, the freedom to actually do things I have never done. It's really about the freedom. And that's what living life is really about. We're not supposed to be living life in bondage, for sure. That's something we're not supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to be living life in bondage. We're supposed to be living life and living life more abundantly. Ain't no way in the world that we were just born, put here to go to school, get an education, get a career, work a job, and then pay bills and die. Ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way in the world that it was our portion. So because success leave clues, you got to pay attention to the clues that success has left you? Why is so many people still investing big time money in transportation? Because it ain't going nowhere. And if you can start a transportation company here in America, you can start one in Israel, you can start one in Japan, you can start one in China. Transportation is needed worldwide, globally. So you will always be employed and in a position to employ others. And that is how I started this message out earlier. And that's how I'm going to end this message. When you start not only looking out for yourself, but you look out for other people, then what you need will be attracted to you. And that is where I was going with the analogy of the hospitality industry. Hotels open up, and what do? Employ people, housekeepers, front desk workers, maintenance workers, and it keep on growing. And they ain't had no recession at all. Neither has transportation. Why? Because you start a company and you give people an opportunity to provide a meal and a roof and whatever else they want to provide for their family through the business that you started. It benefits you and it benefits them. And that is called the ministry of hospitality or the ministry of helps. You can never go wrong, ever. That's why you got city buses that help people get to destinations. That's why you don't see them. You don't see not one city bus in your city or in your state that has ever had a recession and had to stop or shut down. You just don't see that. Okay. So these are the opportunities that we got. We said we was going to keep it 30 minutes. We right at 27. So we right on time, Marcus. We have some opportunities. Like I said, my husband is finishing up his last client. So I'm going to work from the bottom all the way up to the top. We got something for everybody in different, financial classes. It's just how fast you want to go, how further you want to go, and how fast you want to get to that further. So we do have already a non-CDL workshop. It's a master class, fully loaded, with how to get started from start to finish, in different industries. If you don't want to drive, if you just want to do trailer rentals, if you just want to do the admin part, like doing people's MC DOT numbers, you do not have to drive. I repeat, you do not have to drive to have a transportation business. You can just do people paperwork. People are charging $50,000 to set up your transportation business because they already know you're going to make that back within the first 6 months. Real talk. So we have a whole complete setup. You take it, you do it yourself. We have already done the work for you. The education is on us. The implementation is on you. But it is easy enough for somebody with a 7th grade reading level to understand and implement. Okay, we give you the juice on how to get started from start to finish. Give you the business credit play, how you can actually build business credit, get a second opportunity at life if your credit is messed up, how to get funding, how to actually go get you a whole fleet of vehicles in 1 week. Literally, it's a play that you got to play. Okay. If you want to just do dispatch, the benefits of becoming a freight broker, that's working from home. You do 6 figures a month in freight brokering alone. That's picking up the phone, making the connection between the shipper and the carrier. That's it, on the phone. Contracts with Walmarts, contracts with Targets, contracts with all these different stores, HEB and all of that stuff. That's what a freight broker is. But you get all of that information so you know which way you want to go, what path you want to take, right? And then as an additional bonus, only on this is we're gonna do this for back to school, right? We don't want you just spending all your money up out there buying clothes, doing the same task over and over again and not starting into something that can replenish your money. After you buy all those clothes, what's next? You got to go work 40, 80 more hours to go get some more money. So, you can make up for the bills that you take from the bottom school clothes. No, we're not working backwards. We work with our minds. We're not working with our hands for no money. No, for reals. Take some of that money and invest it into the opportunity that's going to bring you some money back. So we're going to give you the government contracts because right now, and I've been saying this for a very long time, that this season was going to come. We coming in fourth quarter, hurricane season, emergency, disaster season. They got contracts everywhere for everything, even for the hurricane that just passed by. It still got like a little tropical storm that just hit like the Carolinas. Now they under emergency disaster. That is big, big money. So we're going to give you the government contract and the non-CDL startup from A through Z for $197 in the government contract. I just shared with y'all the other day a testimony from a young lady who only listened to 1 hour of the training and was able to go get $31,000 in funding. Never had been approved for an American Express anything. Took that information, ran the play, and got $31,000 in one day. That's how you can go take and buy your fleet and whatever else that you want to do. Buy your appliances. You use other people's money to make you money. That's the name of the game. We're not working with our muscle. We're not working, wasting our time for money no more. We are going to use leverage. We're going to use day money to make us money. Okay. So for $197, you can have that bundle deal. The second thing that Marcus has is, let me pull it up. He has a back to school non-CDL transportation bundle. And the first one for $197, it's a do it yourself. We've already did it. We gave the information. You take it, you can watch it over and over, implement it, the whole 9 yards. It's a do it yourself. This one is a done with you. So this one here is a non-CDL transportation bundle that includes the whole entire startup for the non-CDL. Okay, how to get started. It also covers like um, factoring, all of that stuff, how to get paid, what Marcus just said, how to get paid the same day you drop the loads off, how to do the documentation, how to submit your BOL. I think that's what it's called, your late, your BOL. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
BOL?
BOL.
How to submit your BOL and how to do all your paperwork, how to hire, so somebody else can drive it for you. So you get that, and then you also get the dispatching course. If you just want to run it simultaneously. I want to dispatch my own loads. I also want to set up my own company. This is the steps that I need to take. On top of that, you also get the medical carrier. If you want to say, hey, I want to start here with my own personal vehicle, you have a whole entire list of those that are hiring, paying good money, anywhere from up to $200 a day in your own personal vehicle. So you also get that in this bundle. You get the non-CDL startup, everything from start to finish. You get the dispatching course as well. You get the medical carrier. If you want to take action, you an action taker, you can start right away in your own vehicle while you're building your business. But not only that, you get 6 one-on-one coaching sessions with Marcus for $497. So you get 6 one-on-one. Make sure you on the right track. Make sure he holds your hand a little bit, okay? Make sure that you're building it out properly. Make sure you get your questions answered. Make sure that you scaling. Make sure you did your business credit right. You get 6 one-on-ones. You get the dispatching, you get the whole entire setup for the non-CDL, you get the medical courier, and I forgot you get the whole business trade line build out for $497. That's the second option. And the last one is a done for you. The done for you consists of building out your whole entire empire, your paperwork, making sure your MC and DOT is registered, your EIN, making sure you legit, helping you go establish business bank account so everything looks good across the board, getting your business line or getting you a virtual address, something like that, making sure you look good on paper, right? Because then we're going to go ahead and include this credit sweep. If your credit is jacked up or whatever, we're going to go ahead and include this credit sweep where we're going to sweep your credit clean, get your credit funding ready, and then we're going to give you a play for you to go ahead and get this auto loan for $80,000. Okay, so now you can actually go to any dealership. Actually, you can convert the loan into cash, but you can actually go to any dealership, right? $80,000. Go find you 3 sprinters that's going for $20,000, or even 4. You can go buy you 3 sprinters, or you can go buy your F-250, all going for 20,000. You got 80,000 to work with. You got a whole fleet of vehicles. So that's also included. We'll establish your trade lines for you for your business. We'll give you the business blueprint, and then we give you access to coaching and training so that you maintain it when we hand it back over to you. How many people you gonna let in on this deal before I even put the price out there?
We'll do 10. We'll do 10.
You're gonna be able to do 10? You wanna do 5 for now?
We'll do 5. We'll do 5 because it's gonna take a little time and work. So we'll do 5.
But
And
we
we got financing available.
And there is financing available. He has his own payment plan. If you don't qualify for like a firm and those other, buy now, pay later type of situations, financing options, he has his own payment plan. But he is running that for 5 people. I'm going to say 5 because it takes about 30 to 45 days. And I don't want Marcus to be overwhelmed with his coaching and all of the other stuff that he got to do. So we'll take 5 now. And if he decide to come back and offer it at a later time, he'll take 5 then. The today's price or yesterday's price is not today's price. Okay. Today's price is not going to be next time price. Our main goal is to make sure that we do something where we ain't robbing from our household, because it's going to cost money to file your documents. And most people don't know that the return on investment for Marcus is minimum, that what he actually charges, the majority of that go to registration and all of that stuff with his paperwork. So his profit on the end is minimum, but we're not
exactly. We're not looking at it like we're trying to help you guys. So it's like, okay, I mean, you go anywhere else, you could pay $4,000 or $5,000. I mean, you
hands down.
See anywhere.
Hands down.
It's not that we're trying to help as many people that we can. So it's not really about the money like that. So you guys, I mean, take advantage of. I mean, like I said, you gotta call a family member, somebody. Look, go in and go have with and get this thing rolling. You get your investment back in off of one or two loads, man. You don't make your money back.
Put it on a credit card. They at least let you pay the minimum payment on a credit card. And by month number 2, you pay it all off. You all in profit. By month number 2, you pay it all off. You're all in profit of you up and running. I mean, because you want to build some reservoir. You don't want to just go pay it all off in the first month. Not to say you ain't gonna make money to the second month.
Can. I mean,
the second month you can have that paid off in full. Now you ain't gotta pay the minimum payment, and everything from there is in profit mode, straight up. You wanted to say something?
Oh no, I was done when you said I was done.
Oh yeah, so that's the way that you use other people's money to make you money. That's the way. They teach us about debt, but they teach us about the wrong type of debt. No, you got a credit card that has a $5,000 limit on it, then you take that to invest. Whatever the investment is, this investment is going to bring me back money, so I ain't got to worry about, am I going to be able to pay it off? They at least allow you to make the minimum payment. Right? Your score is not murdered. None of that stuff you ain't got to worry about. They at least allow you to make the minimum payment. And then after you get far ahead enough, first week you done did 3,000 to 5,000. Second week, oh yeah, I'm loving this. I want to do another 3,000 to 5,000. The third week you done did 7,000. The fourth week, now it's like, yeah, game over. I done did $10,000, right? You can go and buy you a credit card by this point. You pay all of that off. So you don't even have to worry about that. You use other people's money to make you money. You leverage the financing. If they're going to let you buy now, pay later, make a minimum payment, okay, let me go ahead. I ain't got $2,000 up front. I ain't got $1,000 up front. Let me leverage this. Make the minimum payment for the first month or so, get in profit mode, and then just go pay it all off. So there is funding opportunities. There's also a payment option, a payment plan option, and then you can always leverage your credit card. Okay, but for sure you're going to be in profit mode because your transportation business will be up and running, and everybody needs something transported. I don't care if it's packages, people's pills, prescription, everybody. That's why Uber, them, Lyft, all of these people have come out, ride share programs, because you always gonna need something transported. So that done for you is gonna offer it for 5 people at $14.97. This is a package that Mr. Marcus charged. I mean, he didn't even added stuff to it. It was just MCEIN LLC trade lines, and charging folks $10,000 for that. We're not in it for the income, we're in it for the impact. And because things are happening, and because we are servants first, and we obey what God says, and it has always been about helping people, always. From our nonprofit to our for-profit businesses have always been about helping people, okay? So we're going to leave it there. If you want to get started, it is first come, first serve. We only going to have it up here for a couple of days. Whenever our whatever comes first, whether the first come, first serve, the 5 on it comes first, then it'll be gone. If not, the 5 comes first, and if we run it for 48 to 72 hours and the time run out, then it's gone. Okay. So Marcus, if you want to say anything in closing, I'll let you go ahead and say what you want to say to close us out. And then I'll share another opportunity that I have on my side with you guys for the next 20 minutes. And then I'll hop off your timeline because it's late.
Yes, all I wanted to say was team up. Let's go. Get it started. Get it rolling. You'll see the process. You'll see the benefit. Let's
Yes.
go. See.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much for coming back and talking to this audience over here. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in a minute.